Welcome to this armchair message, The Amazing Truth of a Little Faith. I invite you in this moment to just put aside, if you can, some of the worries or concerns that might be on your mind, and just allow yourself to be in this place for a little while, that you might be renewed in strength and spirit as we share together. On these hot evenings that we are experiencing lately, I so enjoy sleeping on our porch, where it's a lot cooler than our bedroom upstairs. It's a welcome relief. The porch doors are swung wide open with just the screens, inviting the cooler air in. At the first light of morning, the sound of the new day begins. On the porch, it is more pronounced than in the house, which is often muffled by the walls and the windows. But on the porch, you can hear the early sounds, the first bird that begins, then joined by another, and then a few more. Before long, there is a chorus outside that has become more vigorous and vibrant and vocal with the increased light. I rub the sleep from my eyes, place my feet on the floor, and get up. I love this time of day. It's welcome in my life, and this quietness of morning, between the smell of the freshly brewed coffee that has gone off on a timer and the sounds of the new day. I'm ready to join in the celebration too, in mindful thought and prayer. I'm reminded of a quote by Rabindranath Tagore. Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. Let me share that again. I think it is so beautiful. Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. And I wonder at the first bird to start the chorus. Its confidence in the coming light of a new day. Did it know if the day would be overcast or sunny? Did it know whether it would rain or be abnormally hot? If it did, I don't think it really mattered. Of importance is the coming of the new day. I wonder which is the first bird that starts and breaks the silence of night. Which one is it that starts the melody, that feels the light coming before it even arrives? Our faith is like that confidence the bird has in the morning. Ours in the hope of the promises of peace and harmony. Even a little faith, little like a seed, a mustard seed, sown in the healthy soil, grows beyond measure in things hoped for. Such, Jesus says, is the nature of the kingdom of God, the spiritual presence of all goodness around us that begins almost without notice, in small acts that then spread until it blankets the earth with love. We are every bit a part of that kingdom of God, that spiritual presence and potential. Every act of kindness, every word of compassion and hope, every gesture of respectfulness and love, these are the elements of faith that we have the opportunity to sow wherever and whenever we can. It is our responsibility to this world in which we live, our community in which we thrive, to demonstrate our faith, to sing like the first bird of the morning, heralding all the possibilities before us. Our world desperately needs our songs of faith and our seeds of hope. Even in the midst of great strife, we witness every day, if we're willing to take notice, the actions of those who stand up for the downtrodden, speak for those who have been silenced, plant themselves in the principles of justice and fairness, who dig deep within to demonstrate love, who step out of their comfort zones, because the kingdom of love we believe in asks this of each of us in some way. A few years ago, there was a wonderfully touching news story about an 8-year-old boy who found a $20 bill in the parking lot as his family was going into a restaurant. While he sat at the table with his family, he was contemplating what to do with that $20 bill when he saw a soldier come in with his family and sit at a table not far away. That's when he got an idea, and he turned to his mother and he said, "I know what I want to do. I want to give this to the soldier." And so he wrote a little note, folded it around the $20 bill, and walked over to the table to give it to him. The note went like this: "Dear soldier, my dad was a soldier. He's in heaven now. I found this $20 bill in the parking lot when we got here, and we like to pay it forward in our family. So it's your lucky day. Thank you for your service. Miles Eckhart, a Gold Star kid." His dad had been killed in Iraq when Miles was 5 weeks old. He doesn't remember him, but imagines through pictures and the stories that others have told what his dad was like. Lieutenant Colonel Daly, who received the gift, was so touched by this young boy's act of kindness that it inspired him to take that same $20 bill and pay it forward. And he has continued to do similar acts ever since. The note read, "We'd like to pay it forward in our family." In those words were the mustard seeds of faith sown by an 8-year-old boy that touched the heart of another. It is such acts of faith, however small or grand, that grow the spirit of reciprocity and goodness, of kindness and love. It is those acts that begin a chain reaction that expands beyond measure. If there is one thing that Jesus emphasizes again and again, it is that we are meant to live in harmony with one another. Underlying everything that Jesus taught is this message of love, loving God, loving self, loving everyone. It is absolutely necessary for the kingdom of God to expand and to grow, for the reign of everything that is good and just to flourish, and with it the potential in every human being, every living thing that exists, to breathe in deeply the promise of peace. In 2003, Aaron Miller, who had served for 24 years in the U.S. Department of State, became president of Seeds for Peace, a nonprofit organization that brought together Arab and Israeli teenagers through one-on-one encounters. He tells of a comment one of his participants made, saying, "In order to make peace with your enemy, you have to make war with yourself." Those are pretty profound words. In other words, we must face our own prejudices. Or, to paraphrase Jesus in another passage, before we think we have our faith all sealed up and ready to go, we need to reconcile those things that we hold against others. Our prejudices are so easy to miss. We need to take the time to examine them. It takes looking in the mirror, being profoundly honest with ourselves, recognizing those areas in our souls that need work, that need prayerful guidance toward peace within. Then and only then can we think about overcoming the negativity that threatens to divide. Jesus' words touched on the great calling that we are tasked with. His comparison of the kingdom of God, the overarching presence of God's Spirit, with the sowing of a mustard seed that grows, flourishes, and provides shelter, is the example he was pointing out that we are to be. The seed has been sown in each of our hearts, minds, and souls. May we allow it to produce in us and through us all all that it possibly can. Blessings, peace, and amen.